Consistency is the narrow path to success. When I say that consistency is the narrow path to success, I mean that literally. Like the road less traveled, you will not find many others like you who are willing to do the same. Discipline is difficult, and human nature, left to its own devices, would much prefer easy. Expect not many people to understand you, and even more people to criticize you. What the success-minded individual would call daily disciplined activity, the unsuccessful mind might call it obsessive compulsive behavior. Sometimes, in fact most times, it is better not to even discuss your plans with insignificant others. Silence is strength. Like a steam-driven locomotive, the steam that is contained within pushes the engine forward. You, like the steam-driven locomotive, with silence, keep your power within and maintain forward motion energy instead of talking it all out of your system. In his timeless classic, The Prophet, by Khalil Gibran, when he speaks of talking, he explains why most people cannot remain silent. He says, you talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. I say, choose not to be punctured by the naysayers of the world. Act without blowing the trumpet call to the world. Consistency is along the road, and as you scale the pyramid of life from the broad base bottom where the majority of people choose to stay, and gradually rise to the top through commitment, consistency, and persistence, you begin to notice that as the pyramid narrows to the top, where the ultimate success is found, it is less crowded, the air is cleaner, and there opens a breathtaking view of all of the possibilities of your life. If consistency were easy, then everyone would do it. If consistency came natural and without effort, I probably wouldn't be doing this video, and you probably wouldn't be listening to it. The fact is, consistency is very counterintuitive to the human tendency to seek a path of least resistance. If two doors open side by side lead to the same entrance, I tell you, the door that is partially opened will usually be the door where most people will enter first. Consistency is not easy, and no one likes difficult, but easy rarely leads to greatness. The greater the struggle, the sweeter the victory. I don't expect everyone to be consistent with the things that they say are important to them, but I can definitely predict success for those who choose to do so. Consistency is a choice, and choosing negates losing by default. We choose to be successful. We choose to be happy. And we choose to persist until we win. What makes you consistent? You know, we don't procrastinate about everything, no more than we are consistent about everything. We procrastinate with those things that cause us to feel overwhelmed, and we are consistent with the goals of of such importance that cause us to feel, I will do this no matter what. In fact, Martin Luther King Jr. once said, if a man has not discovered something that he will die for, he isn't fit to live. And I say, if a man has not discovered something he is willing to be consistent for, he isn't fit to be successful. So, what are you willing to be consistent for? Your answer will determine your future and will define who you are and who you will become. Consistency follows your innermost vision. In Proverbs 29:18 of the Holy Bible, we read, where there is no vision, the people perish. I could not agree with this more. You are here on this earth to fulfill a mission that God has placed in your heart in the form of what we call talents and natural abilities. From these talents and abilities spring forth the vision of what you must do. When we turn our heads away from what it is in our hearts and what we know to be true, we will perish spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Therefore, maintain your vision, remain consistent, and realize who you are meant to be and who you will become. This is yours truly, Charles Prosper, your consistency success coach, wishing you as always to remain consistent and to be successful.